Okay. So the first question is, so what made you pick Dubai out of all the places you could have traveled to? Was it on your bucket list, or did just what was the reason you chose Dubai?
Okay. Honestly, I would say you was a great help with picking Dubai because for my graduation trip, the first destination was another destination. But when you started giving your input as a travel agent about like different destinations, then you really helped me be able to pick a perfect destination for my graduation trip, which was Dubai, and and the best part about it was on my bucket list to go to Dubai.
Yay! And then walk me through. I love that answer. And mom, is she in the room? Do you want to say
Yeah.
something? Okay. If you want to answer the next one, or you want to chime in on that one, do you have any?
Uh, well, it was whatever that made her happy. So it was her bucket list. It was on her bucket list, but it was also the the suggestions and the input you gave us,
Okay.
and it did help us to decide. So she was happy, I was happy. Your input made both of us even more happy. So
Yay.
yes.
Okay. So walk me through that moment when you actually decided I'm booking this, because I love to know how it feels when you're like, after you say, okay, it's done, we're going to do it, and you put the deposit down. What was that feeling?
Okay, so I remember I was at work and my mom texted me and she was like, "How do you feel going to Dubai?" I was like, "Oh, yes, ma'am. Like, that's perfect. Like, that was on my bucket list." And she was like, "Okay." She's like, "So, are you okay with Dubai?" And I was like, "Yes, ma'am." And that's when she put the deposit down.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment she put the deposit down, that's when it hit me. I was like, "Oh wow, I'm going to Dubai at a young age. Some people my age don't get to experience Dubai
That's right.
until they're older."
That's right.
So it was just like a next, like, like a fun moment because it was a rare moment for people my age, and I was
Mm-hmm.
just excited.
Yay! And mom, I already know you was hype.
Yes, I was. I was really, I mean, I was excited because she was excited. And when I put the
Oh,
deposit down, I was like, okay, I'm doing this.
yeah.
So, and when I heard the excitement in her voice, and I knew that's something that she really wanted to do,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's go with it. I'm excited.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, so I was excited. A little nervous when I started hearing the different stories, but I was overall excited because it was, Dubai. I've heard so much about Dubai.
Right.
It was, and then my sister was telling me about Dubai, and I was like, okay, let me go see what Dubai is all about. So
Yes.
yes.
Oh, I'm so happy. And then what was the very first thing that made your jaw drop when you arrived in Dubai?
I would say what made my jaw drop was the fact that not only the fact that I was in Dubai, but when we was driving to the hotel, that I saw Burj Khalifa. Cause like
Ooh.
that's like all I heard about before I got to Dubai. Well,
Yes.
before I went to Dubai was about Burj Khalifa, like the fact that it was the tallest building in the world,
Yeah.
and just to drive past it and see it while going to my hotel, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is the
Yay.
Burj Khalifa.
Like I'm here. What about you,
Yes.
mom?
What made my jaw drop? First, before we got to the hotel, uh, my jaw dropped at the buildings and just how beautiful it is. We got there at night, so
Mm-hmm.
just to see the lights, the buildings lit up, and just the architecture was phenomenal. Um, but what really did it was when I went to that room. And I saw the suite. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is like a mini apartment." But the actual
Mm.
Dubai, the actual jaw dropping moment, initial jaw dropping moment was looking at the buildings at night because it's beautiful.
Yeah, just towering over you with all that lit up.
Yes,
Wow. And I think you answered
yes.
this already for both of y'all. Did anything completely surprise you that wasn't in any travel guide you've read? So, I might have suggested some stuff, but then you might be like, no, y'all need to know about this. Is there anything Just on your initial.
I honestly,
castles. Cause that was jaw dropping. Both King, we went to Abu Dhabi and went to the King's Castle in Abu Dhabi, and then the King Castle in, the King Palace. I'm sorry, the King Palace in Dubai and the King Palace in Abu Dhabi. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And and I didn't know that actually exists.
Right.
So that was something I'm like, okay, people need to actually see this because they're amazing and it's beautiful. So yeah,
I know.
I would say for me, it was how we was treated when we first was walking on the streets by the hotel and the beach.
Yes.
Like they treated us like we was like it was like a lot like how people say we have a lot of Southern hospitality. That's how I felt in Dubai. Like the people was like, well, the men was just nice to us.
Yes.
And I was just like, oh wow, like I felt like I was a queen there or something.
That's right. I get that reaction from everybody that goes. You're treated like royalty and you're spoiled. So, let's talk about the Emirates flight. Because everybody, I had another lady, she just got off the podcast, and I forgot to ask her experience with Emirates. So I'm going to make it up with you all. What was your experience with the Emirates flight?
Well, the flight was great. I mean, when I say I enjoyed the nonstop, I enjoyed the comfort of the flight. The flight attendants, when I say they were excellent, they were attentive. I don't know if people just let them know just how much they appreciate them.
Yeah.
But I told them how much I appreciate them.
That's
and
good.
It was like it's like they catered. It was great. That was coming back. I think I had the same flight. I think we had the same flight attendant because it was like one of them because she was talking to me, and then when Cassidy and I kept asking her for a snack. I mean, not a snack, a drink. And she brought us snacks. And then when she was like, it was nice serving you again. That's what she told me.
Yeah.
And I told her, and that's why I said, well, maybe was she with us the last time? Because I think it was the same one.
Okay.
So it was, I enjoyed it. Now, it was children. So, that's why we decided, okay, we're going to upgrade.
Right.
But, just the overall flight, it was so smooth. The turbulence, they let us know we was coming into a little turbulence, put seatbelts on, but we didn't have a lot of turbulence.
Gotcha.
So it was really nice. I highly recommend it.
Okay, what about you, Cassidy? What did your aha moment, like not aha, but your best part about the flight?
Yes, so for that to be my very first time flying,
really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
I really enjoyed the experience of Emirates Airlines. I liked how the flight was smooth, and it was majority of times I forgot that I was flying.
That part.
And I liked the food. I like the customer service of the flight attendants. They really took care of us, especially ours. And I really like the overall flight to the point where now I only want to fly Emirates if I go anywhere internationally.
And you know what? Everybody says that, so I will tell you other airlines is not like this. And yeah, so just be prepared when you go somewhere else. Don't expect Emirates if you're on United and all these other people. So, but I'm so happy you got to do it the long way, because a lot of people don't like their first flight to be so long. I did not know that, so kudos to you.
Thank you.
So, what's the real story? Oh, well, we got to that. So now we're going to get to some behind the scenes. And it's okay to be honest if it's not good, if it's bad or whatever, because other people want to get the experience like you did. How much research did you actually do beforehand versus winging it, which I know we just talked about that, how you dove into it after we talked, and you were like, let me me see what this Dubai is all about.
So honestly, at first, I didn't know much. I just knew that like it was a religious country,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that like their dress code was, really strict.
Yeah.
But luckily, I had a professor who used to live in Dubai, and her husband is Muslim. So when I was telling her, like, for my graduation trip that I was going to Dubai, she was telling me, like, I had questions, and she was telling me her experience while she was a professor in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just, like, telling me, like, like, it's not really strict as people say it is. Like, she was saying that you have locals that wear the stuff that, we wear in the U.S., and, like, how they could tell if you're a citizen there or if you're a tourist. So like she was just like, telling me like it's nothing to worry about. Just don't. The first thing she said was just like, do not disrespect or talk about the royal family because they do not play about them.
Right.
And she was just giving me pointers and like her experience in Dubai. But that's when I started doing my research because I remember when she first, like the first day of class, she told us that she used to be a professor in Dubai. And the closer I got to her is when I started talking to her about me going to Dubai to see like her pointers or her tips that she would give me for being a tourist in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, I would just, on TikTok, like seeing like what all I needed to like pack,
Yeah.
or like what was the best places to go to Dubai for food or like tourist attractions and whatnot.
And then I'm gonna ask you another question, Mom. Like, what was the oh crap moment? Like, oh, during the trip you realized you didn't pack it, or you needed it, or you should have brought it.
A first aid kit.
Yes. We gonna get to that. We're going to get to that.
That was my old crap moment. I'm like, okay, I didn't pack that because I listened. She would come and tell me, but then, like I said, my sister, she went to Dubai.
Yeah.
So, I honestly, I think I overpacked. Only thing I was concerned about was the weight of the luggage.
Right.
But I found these little sections and things that didn't make my suitcase that I was able to pack all of my clothes, and I think I did like 2 weeks of clothes, so I overpacked. So it wasn't that, I didn't have an crap, I forgot to pack that moment, but the only thing I just did forget to pack was that first aid kit. That
okay, and we're gonna get to why we forgot that and why that was a we coming to that question. What was the most stressful part about planning this trip? And hopefully it wasn't stressful because I was involved, but there can still be some stresses that I can't, help with. Did you have any stresses with planning this trip?
Not on the fact of planning per se with the hotel, the flights, or things like that. No, it was really just making sure we had everything.
Yeah.
That was the most stressful thing because you're hearing all these stories. Some people saying you have to dress modest. Some people saying you have to dress conservative. Some people saying you have to dress this a certain type of way. So you're trying to think about, okay, well, let's pack just in case we do have to do this. Dress conservative. Let's pack if we can dress, the way that we normally would dress. Let's pack. So that was really the most stressful thing, was trying to make sure you had the appropriate things that would not get you in any kind of
trouble or jail
or situations in that country. So that was to me the only stressful thing.
Did you have any stresses planning this trip? Was there any stress?
Yes. No. I mean, my stress was more of like people saying they wanted to go, but then they really, like, it was like they liked the thought of it, the idea of it, but it wasn't, actually wanting to go through with it. That was only the stressful moment.
And that happens. So you guys aren't alone, and don't ever think you're alone. A lot of times people migrate to other travelers as friends now that they want to travel with, and then they keep the other friends as who they are, because it's hard to kind of have both, I guess, where it's like, oh, you're my friend forever, and then boom, let's go here. Oh, okay. They're not going to do it. So I commend you and your mom for saying, you know what, we're going to go anyway. So I really do commend y'all for that. Now we're going to get to some juicy stuff. What does Dubai actually smell like when you step outside? And I've heard so many stories. But when you first get off the plane and you hit the air, what's that smell?
Honestly, I wasn't even thinking about that. I just smelled
anything. I
Okay.
mean, I smelled like the food. Yeah, and
Okay.
the perfumes that they was trying to sell. You know, you would smell the different fragrances, but
Okay.
I didn't really. It didn't have like
A smell.
a smell that would be like, oh my gosh, I'm
like
ready to go back home.
Like how people say Paris would smell like.
Yes, and Playa del Carmen. Sometimes, if you go a certain, I always go to Playa del Carmen. So sometimes when you step off that little bus, you be like, take me back. Where are we? What's going on? And then all of a sudden, your nose get used to it. So just to let y'all know, you know, they could be a little older there. But no, some people tell me Dubai smells like you said, the fresh scents. Like whenever you walk into different buildings, you have this distinct smell. So I was wondering what y'all's thought was. How intense is the desert heat? Everybody wants to know that. Um, was it hot to y'all, like they say in the summer? Oh, it's so hot in the summer.
I would say yes, but honestly, I could bear with their heat compared to Houston heat due to the fact Houston heat has humid to it, where their heat has it's just dry heat.
I love it.
So I could bear with their heat more than Houston heat because of the humidity of our heat.
See, people need to hear that.
I agree.
People need to hear that.
I agree.
Well, let me put this plug in. So now, Houstonians, listening to this, you can go to Dubai during their cheapest months, which is July and June, and know that the heat there is better than the heat here in Houston. There's my plug. Because the prices are more reasonable in the summer, but a lot of people avoid it because they're like, oh, it's too hot, it's too hot. If you can handle Houston, you can handle Dubai. Is that what you're saying? Yep. Okay.
Yes.
What's the weirdest thing you both saw in Dubai Mall that you definitely can't find back home? Now, you told me you wasn't able to get to the mall. Is that right?
We got to the Dubai Mall, but not the Mall of Emirates.
We got to Dubai Mall, but we didn't get a chance to like experience the mall like we really wanted to experience the mall.
I would say the weird, it's not even weird, it was just shocking to me, was like how their fourth floor catered to children, but it was like designer stores. Like it had a Fendi Kids, a Louis Vuitton Kids, like their fourth
Burberry Kids. It was fourth floor
was dedicated for
children's stores.
Yes, but it was designers, like like those known designers grown people would get.
That's too cute.
Mm-hmm.
That's too cute.
And then the aquarium, that aquarium inside Dubai Mall.
Yes.
It's it's breathtaking.
Oh.
And then the fact that they had a Texas Roadhouse, I was like, wait, Texas Roadhouse is in Dubai?
You like, move out the way, mama. We gotta go taste it. So now, did you try any haggling? Because I had a group that went and they found like the back alleys of Dubai where they sell like swap meet stuff. Did y'all get a chance to do that?
Yes.
Okay. What did you get? Did you get anything?
I got some crystals.
Oh.
It was the guy was saying that these crystals, it was they have herbs and things like that.
Yeah.
So it was some crystals, and it was like a mentholatum like crystal, and he said all you have to do is like dip it in boil water, get hot water.
I think it was because of like me flying and stuff. My nose was congested. I was sick for like a few days, and my mom told him like I was so congested and everything due to flying. So he got some hot boiled water and dipped one of the crystals in it and told me to breathe it. And it smelled like mint, and I was fine right after I was breathing, like smelling it.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes, so I bought some of that. She did get a chance to make her own perfume. I did buy some oils. We got some silver. The gold, they wasn't really good with negotiate. They wasn't really willing to come down on the gold prices because they said the gold prices hasn't gone down really. Mm-hmm. So their price, and honestly, their price itself wasn't that bad.
Right.
But I was under the impression, okay, well, you can negotiate and you can probably can go for a little or nothing. But I guess with the stock, how the gold is pricing now,
Mm-hmm.
that's not the case right now.
Right.
We got. It was funny because they somebody approached us. You want purses, and they took us upstairs to the purse area and all of this where they sold purses and all. And then when I say it was nice and it was a lot, and you would be surprised at who you would see up there buying those purses.
Yeah.
But we didn't get any purses from them, but they had some really, really nice purses.
I heard.
Real nice.
I heard. Now we're gonna talk about food.
Okay.
What was one dish you ate that you're still dreaming about? Both of
Lamb chops.
And where did you go eat those at? You remember the name of the restaurant?
Doors. We went to this place called Doors.
Okay.
It was off of I think it was the marina. Yeah, it was the marina area. It was off of the marina area. It was this place called Doors, and I ordered lamb chops. And the best part about it was how he had like the flame.
Like a flame.
It was like a torch or something, and he was like doing it like with the lamb chops and everything, and like in front of us. It was like a little show, like a little cooking show. In a way.
I love it. What about you, Mom? Is it the same thing? You like the lamb chops?
No, I was afraid to eat the lamb chops because I thought about a little lamb my oldest daughter had named Lady. So I was afraid to eat the lamb chops. I said I can't do it to Lady, but they laughed at me. I can honestly say my most memorable meal in Dubai. What was my most memorable meal I liked?
Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, the Cheesecake Factory in Dubai. It was good. I mean, it was really, really good. And I got a chicken salad sandwich.
Oh, wow.
And I was ready to go back and get another one.
I bet.
But I think yes, and I think that was no, it was a fish that we had at the hotel that I really, really liked as well.
That. They love their fish. Okay.
Yeah, so we loved everything. The fruit. Oh my gosh, it was good.
I love the fruit.
Yeah.
And
the fruit
then,
was good.
What did you put in your mouth and say, what was this? Like, let me spit this out. What was something you ate?
Okay. I love Morocco. That's my dream to go to Morocco, even though it's more strict than UAE. But I would say during the desert safari when they had that Moroccan chicken, I was like, yeah, no. It has like a taste that you had to get used to.
Oh, wow. Okay. So no Moroccan chicken.
Was it the beef or was it the?
You had lamb because you thought the lamb was brisket and you got the lamb.
Yeah, that's what it was. I thought it was brisket. I thought it was beef, and they told me it was lamb. So that was that was the meat that I said no to.
Right. He was like,
But I thought it was beef.
Did y'all have any of the ice cream there? You know they use camel milk.
No, we've had the camel.
But we got camel milk chocolate.
Yes, it's the best thing going in Dubai right now. Because they use camel milk, and somehow it's just so refreshing. Because camels hold a lot of water. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But everyone's ranting and raving about the chocolates and their ice creams because most of it is camel milk.
Oh, wow. Oh, and I did have a Starbucks. I had a couple of Starbucks drinks in Dubai that they no longer sell in the U.S. They have it in Dubai.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know the name of one of them? So somebody's
the very berry hibiscus refreshment.
That's my favorite. I've been asking them about that. I thought it was just all for the season. They just won't sell it anymore here, or
no. They don't have it anymore.
They don't have it anymore,
so
but they have it in Dubai.
I gotta go way to Dubai for my favorite Starbucks drink. Thank you very much. And then where did you find the best bang for your buck? Like where you paid for it and you was like, that's it?
I would say at the markets. Okay. At Gold Souk and the Karama market. I would say the markets was the most bang for our bucks.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, cause I got I have a necklace. I bought a silver necklace that and it has my name, but it's in Arabic.
Oh, I bet that's nice. I gotta see a picture of that.
We'll send you a picture.
Thank you. And then what looked way more spectacular in person than in all the Instagram photos? I think you said the Burj Khalifa, but
I would say Museum of the Future in Dubai frame.
oh, I want to see the frame. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we got a picture of the frame.
Okay. What about you, Mom? Is it the same? The Dubai frame?
No, I would say it's it's the Emirate Palace, but it's the buildings that's across from the Emirates Palace that's on a postcard. It's these four. Is it like four buildings?
I think so.
And it's like sometimes it's on across. A postcard.
Yes, and it's across from the Emirates Palace in Abu Dhabi. But I think that the tourist said that they're hotels or something. I don't know.
Whatever they are, it's these four, and the shape of them, they're unique, and it's more beautiful in person than
the postcard.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I would say that would be the most. And the water, the blue water.
Okay, because I was always wondering about the color of that water. Okay. Was there anything that was actually kind of disappointing compared to the hype? Like, did they hype up something too much and then you got there and was like, what? I never hear that for Dubai, though.
Honestly, no. Okay. I don't think so.
We didn't get a chance to go to Burj Khalifa. Because we would be honest about that. We just saw the building.
Right.
But no, not on this here trip.
Okay. Did you have any interactions with the locals that gave you insight to the real life of Dubai? I think you told me you're a professor, but they're in Dubai. Did y'all get to meet up with some people that live there and talk to them?
Yes. So I'll tell you about my experience. In Abu Dhabi, we went to Warner Bros., the little indoor amusement park.
Yeah.
And I was waiting. I was in line, waiting for a ride, and I saw one of the ladies, Muslim lady. She had on the all black outfit that they wear.
Yeah.
That only sees like you only can see their
eyes. Eyeballs. Yeah, the eyes.
Yes, and it concerned me because I'm like, okay, how's she gonna get on this roller coaster? Like, is it not going to like fall off or fly off of her face? And I said it out loud because I was thinking out loud, and she laughed at me and turned around and was like, "No, we have this time right here. Like it keeps it on even for like rides like this." Wow. And she told me why they wear it.
Oh, good. And why?
They wear it because it's really because of their husbands. So from what she was telling me, their husbands tell them to wear it to for not only modesty, but they don't want no one else lusting over them.
That's good.
And lusting over their beauty.
That's right. And my aunt went out there and she was telling me how rich they are and how they'll be shopping in the garb that they have on, their religious garb, but they're in Prada and they're in Gucci. Like they're walking with like 10, 15 bags of clothes, like regular clothes. And that lets me believe that when they're at home or when they're out with family, they don't have to dress up like that.
Because that's what she said. She said that they could only show their beauty to their families, close like their grandparents and their parents and their husband and their kids.
That's right. Well, I appreciate that insight. Anything you have, Mom, on that? We're almost to the fun part because we got to get to what happened. We got to get to why we needed this whole kit.
Well, I spoke to a lot of locals, from the drivers that were driving us to the tour guide for the excursion. So yeah, they told us a lot of things. They explained to us about the life in Dubai, how they don't have homeless people there.
Right.
It's no homeless.
That's right.
People on the streets. And they were saying, because I think somebody wants to leave their purse. It's like, oh, you can leave your purse because the crime. They have no crime.
No crime.
I'm like, what?
No, they do not.
So I'm like, okay, you all are just talking. Now it's like an advertisement.
Well, let me give you a true story. One of my clients years ago went, I think it was like 3 years ago, and she left her purse like on accident in the lobby of a hotel, a very busy hotel. She was staying at the W Palm, and she said, "Jaquay, we were on tours all day, so all in the back of her head, she just knew it wasn't going to be there, and she was already trying to sort out things. So she was stressed her whole excursion. Long story short, when she got back, she said one of the bellhops or whatever, he came running out to her. Man, you left your purse this morning. Da, da, da. He handed to her. Everything was intact. Nothing was touched.
Yeah, I believe it because that's what they said. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So I did talk to a lot of locals. It was amazing how some locals thought I was from Jamaica.
All right.
Yes,
I don't mind.
They told me I was from Botswana. They told me I was from France. One told me I had a British accent, and I'm still trying to figure out how.
Really? But your face, yes. I'm looking at your face from your profile, and you do have that distinct like you're from the continent over there that they call Africa now. Yes, I can see them saying that. So pretty. I'm looking at this picture. I'm like, that's a beautiful picture. What's the best insider tip that could save someone money or time? But I really want to ask, what's that one thing you wish someone had warned you about before you went? And we're down to the last two questions. But what's the one thing you wish someone had warned you about before you went?
The fees, the international fees.
Uh-oh.
Because I thought, when you use your credit card or debit card, I thought, well, as long as I'm not taking money out, I'm good.
Right.
But if I'm purchasing something, then I can just say I'm using U.S. dollars or what have you in U.S. money. It doesn't matter if you tap on U.S. or if you tap on their money. You're still being charged that international fee.
Yeah.
So, I got charged a lot of international. That's the only thing that I was like, okay. I mean, but it was a lesson learned, and now I know. So I won't do that again. I'll let my bank know, and then take it from there.
I just bring cash.
Say for me,
Go ahead.
I would say for me, and it's nothing bad, but like a little pro tip would be, because I was called throughout my whole trip. Their nickname for me was Brown Sugar. And I didn't feel offended or anything like I would here, because, like, here is different than there.
Right.
And I would say, like, if they call you a cute little nickname, it's not that, like, they're trying to be, they're trying to be inappropriate or anything. That's just how they are. And I felt comfortable when they called me that. Like, I wasn't upset or, or shocked or anything. It was actually funny to me.
Good. Let's talk about this first aid kit. Why did you need that, ma'am? Go ahead. Tell the world.
Tell the real story, not the makeup story you and the travel guide made up.
Okay. Yeah, it's two stories out there. It's one that the travel guide told me when they got back from the excursion, and then it's the actual story.
And the travel guide also told my sister, because my sister called.
The actual story is, we did the desert excursion.
Yes.
And my child did not want to ride by herself. So, and that I said I was going to sit under a tree or whatever.
That's what you told me. That's what you told me.
That's what I told you. So I didn't want her to ride by herself. So I said, okay, I'll ride with you. Oh my gosh. We were going, and it was like she was she would press on the gas and she would release. She would press on. So I told her, I said, he said you have to stay on the gas or whatever. So when we went up the hill, she went fast. But when we leveled off and got ready to turn,
Mm-hmm.
she turned, and for whatever reason, she said I was supposed to turn with her. I don't know about turning with nobody on the ATV. I thought I was supposed to just sit back and just sit while she's turning and doing everything. All I knew was I was on the ground. I was facing the scene.
Oh
All I could see was the scene.
my gosh. That's
So
hilarious.
I flipped off of the ATV, and the ATV flipped on top of me.
Oh
And
no.
yes, so I had a little laceration in my mouth or whatever. And after that, I told him, I said, I told y'all I didn't want to ride. I told him to take me back because I wasn't getting back on.
Yes.
So,
Oh my goodness.
but the guide, the tour guide's story was she purposely threw me off of the ATV so she could ride by herself,
So,
because he said once I fell off and she was riding by herself, she rode like a pro. So I'm like, okay, which story is it?
right. The problem is I have some issues that I need a first aid kit about. So I don't care what the story is, right? You like, look, I'm hurt. What's going on?
Yes, my suggestion is take a small bottle of hydrogen peroxide and some ointment and band-aids and all of that just in case.
Just in case your
But
daughter throws you off. We're going to go with the tour
exactly.
guide's analogy. But no, when she said you had to lean with her, I understand that because the golf carts have the same situation. So if you're on a golf cart, if they're making a left, you have to know they're making a left.
Oh my
Or you
goodness.
gonna be on the ground because it's weird. Like if you're not paying attention on them golf carts and they make a short
Hmm.
left, you on the ground. Period. So I do understand you do have to be like, okay, she finna make a left. Or okay, we because if not, you will get thrown. But
I thought it was like a Harley. I've been on motorcycles, a Harley Davidson,
yes,
and I just sit and let it, the driver drives or whatever. I thought my ex husband, he would drive, so I just thought that's what I was supposed to do. On that, I was supposed to just sit.
mm-mm. And that was on sand. Was it on top of the sand dunes?
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
sand was hot. Just let everybody know when you fall, the sand is hot. It's really hot.
Ooh, burning sands. That's what they call it.
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
I'm so happy they took care of you. You made it back safely. You didn't have a head concussion.
No,
Um, and next time you just follow your first mind. Be like, nope, I'm not getting on.
exactly.
Have fun. I'll be here when you get back.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. But I tell you, the locals, they were very, very, very good with taking care of me,
Good.
with
Good.
giving me first aid. They were great.
And how is it now? How is your lip? Did it go down?
It's going down.
Tell them what
It's
they
going
said.
down.
What was the? Go ahead, daughter. Tell everybody what they were saying was wrong with her lip. That she got what? Injections.
She got botched Botox.
They probably was like, you should go to our surgeon. It's down the street. They covered up, but they telling you where to go. You need to get that fixed.
Yes.
That's too cute. That is too cute. I love how you didn't let it spoil your trip. And um so we're wrapping up, and basically I always ask everybody, just to be fair, what could I've done to make this a better experience, better planning experience for you. And you could be brutally honest because it makes me better.
I would say, honestly, nothing because you're already planning the next trip for next year. So for me, nothing. You did a great, great job.
Oh, well, I'm improving. Even on that, I'm doing some things different so it's not so confusing. So y'all will see the differences. Y'all will be able to see how different it is. Not a lot of questions from everybody. So, what about
Right.
you, Mom?
Um. Honestly, I was, and I'm a very critical of things,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't think of anything. I mean, when I called and had questions, you were right on top of it. You would answer them. If you thought of something that you thought I didn't know or I needed to know, you were right on top of it. You handled certain situations. You were just on top of it. And my main thing was, as long as Cassidy was happy.
Yeah.
So you made sure she was happy. She felt okay with some disappointments,
Yeah.
some situations. You were, I mean, if I had to do a survey, I would say you were a 10 out of 10. I tried you and I rated you, and I'm going to give you a 10.
Well, you
Okay,
can,
Keithley.
and you can. Thank you. In the car. In the car. I got a 10 out of 10. Thank you. I appreciate that. And you know you can leave a review. I sent the email already, the welcome back. And there's a link where you can click on there and write a review if you'd like. And then I want to say, if someone was listening and they really wanted to go, and I appreciate y'all's honesty. And if you pretend right now you're talking to somebody that really is on the fence, what would you tell them to help push them to go ahead and go to Dubai?
I would say go during the off season. Like, you would enjoy your time. It wouldn't be as packed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just go during off season. And it's so funny because I actually got a text yesterday, someone telling me post on Instagram really inspired them to go, and it was planned to go in November, but then I changed their mind for them to go in May.
Okay. Okay. So it's not so packed and more expensive. That's what people don't realize. You guys got the best bang for your buck because it's not as packed. And I think October, I know March and April is really peak. So once you miss those, you're pretty good. April is really good, and May. But like you say, if you don't want, like if you're going to party, I'm gonna tell people you need to go in May, you need to go in October. You know, I'm gonna tell them when. But I wish I was able to get to some of the parties. That's the only thing.
Trust, we're going next time to the parties.
Yay! So we're already booked. Those that's listening, they're already, before they can get on home to good old Texas. They was already booked. Texting me their dates.
I called you at the doctor's office, letting you know that I was ready to book another. Yes, you're right.
And I was like, wait a minute. This the dust ain't off of this one. It's not. It's still hot. The engine is still hot on that plane, but that's a good sign. And so we already locked and loaded. Send me the new dates. Make sure you do that, and then check your email. And that is it for another episode of Fresh Off the Jet. And I would just like to thank y'all again.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And when it airs, I will definitely send you a link so you can listen to yourselves, which most people don't.
Okay.
Have a good
Sounds
night.
like a plan.
Oh,
You too.
peace and love.
Peace.